Oh my God, the luxury of having headphones that actually clamp on my ears. This is amazing, Christina.
Yeah, I feel proud.
Christina brought headphones in today that
I said I'd bring in like every week for a year. And
no, you didn't say that. I don't think.
I did. I did.
Well, these are great. They're grand.
What's with this windscreen? It just doesn't fit.
Although these are made for people with very small ears.
Let me just see what happens when I go like this.
I can hear you much better than I can hear myself. Why is that?
Really? I've got to turn you up. That's why. How's that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
I haven't heard my voice like this for months.
Isn't that lovely? It just makes you feel encapsulated by yourself.
It kind of does.
You know, and that feels good sometimes. It's cozy.
It is cozy. You're trapped in your own head.
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you, too.
Wow, I can just sit here and just look at you for an hour.
That's what you're about to do, too. Yeah. Usually you're going to look at me in incredulous disbelief, like, WTF, Emily.
Well, it's not, I'm not looking at you. I'm talking to you. It's not primarily about looking. It's about listening and sharing.
You look all fancy today. Why is this?
Because I'm wearing a chenille scarf. That's chenille.
Oh, I would have called it velvet.
No, it's chenille.
But I see now what you're saying.
And it's a rich color. What would you call that color?
Wine.
Yes. And then I have this wool coat, which is nicely tailored.
And you've got your dad's purple sweater on.
Yeah. So I'm pretty purpled out.
That's cool.
I feel good. I saw a purple hat yesterday, and it just inspired me so much.
I have a purple hat.
You do too? Yeah, but this woman in Montpelier, I was driving by, and she was putting on her purple hat, and I just thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in that one moment. My whole life crystallized.
I love purple. Purple's the color of royalty. Not here, because we don't have any royalty, but
the crown chakra.
Other places that have royalty.
Yeah. Let's see. Are we equal loudnesses, would you say now? What do you think?
No, I don't really know.
I always have to... Sometimes you talk too loud, so I have to turn you down because you're distorting.
What do you mean
but
sometimes?
You're fine
it's
today.
Always.
Today you're not loud.
I'll try to keep it under control. I'm sorry, I didn't spring for the eye makeup today. In case you were wondering why I look so blah.
No, you always look great.
And the eye makeup little brush that goes with the eye makeup.
Yeah.
If you don't wash it every time, it kind of like stabs you in the eyelid because it's all crusty. So I have to wash it every time. And last time I tried to use the eye makeup, I was running late and I didn't wash the eye brush. So now it's all crusty and I didn't feel like washing it. So I didn't put up on.
I actually prefer no makeup.
Well, I do too, but it's part of my New Year's resolution to attempt to cutify just a little now and then.
Cutify.
Yeah.
Yeah, not me. No cutification possible here at this point. You don't need any.
You're already done. You're like a finished product of like cuteness.
Okay.
I have to like
strive. You're still striving.
I have to find a way to get there.
Yeah.
With a minimal amount of effort on my part.
I probably would have said that at 40 when I was still striving to be cute. But I have luckily been able to give up that occupation.
That's because you just topped out on the cuteness, and then you just get to stay there. It's not fair.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you introduce the show?
Oh, you guys
you do it so
have
well.
Tuned in. If you've tuned in, I assume you have. If you're listening to this right now,
there's no other way besides telepathic.
No other way. You guys have tuned in to 11th Hour Radio. We come to you live every Friday at 11 a.m. from Royalton Community Radio here in South Royalton, Vermont. WFBR-LP 96.5. Christina Stikos and Emily Howe, that's me, always bring you the very best in quality radio programming.
Oh my gosh, you've never said anything like that before.
It's because it's a total lie.
I love that, but you can say it with conviction. I just heard it. And I wanted to thank our sponsors before we go any farther.
I know, we totally skipped down on them
we have
for
such a unique set. We have a farm. We have
we have Howvale Farm.
And a concert series.
Mountain Folk.
And a company that collects used
French fry
vegetable oil.
and makes your car go.
So I like that.
Tunbridge Grease Collective.
That's a great group of sponsors. So thank you guys for.
It's technically not a group. It's like
us.
2 sponsors because one person owns both of those companies.
Okay, it's 2 guys and they live within a mile of each other. But so what? So what? It doesn't matter. This is Vermont.
It is. It is Vermont. And they're good sponsors. You know what? If I could handpick the sponsors that I'd want for our show, I probably would handpick those.
Yeah,
3.
I would too. I sure would.
So it's nice that they handpicked us.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Somebody shot up a toilet in Wilder yesterday. Did you hear about that?
In a bathroom or outside a bathroom?
Inside.
Oh, I was going to say, big whoop. People shoot up toilets all the time. You know those free toilets on the side of the road?
Really?
They're fun to shoot at.
You always tell me something I don't know about life in Vermont.
I mean, people generally shoot at weird things, like old appliances. My family in particular, we have an old bowling ball that we shoot at. And bowling balls, let me tell you, they are some hardcore. Like, I don't know what they're constructed from, but it's like they should make rocket ships and things out of bowling balls, because we've been shooting at this blue bowling ball in the backyard for since I was in high school, I guess.
You know,
it's still a recognizable bowling ball.
I thought my story was going to be more interesting, but I think your story...
No, I just interrupted you. Oh, look at that little dog running. It's running so fast, and it's so happy.
Well, let me tell you, this guy who, he was evidently pulling up his pants.
Yeah.
And the gun went off. It was a Glock. You know,
oh, he did it himself?
He did it himself. It was an accidental discharge of a firearm.
Why does he not have the safety on? You can't accidentally discharge a firearm if you're not
I'm not a gun expert. I don't know. You're talking to someone who's never, held a gun.
All right. I'm just telling you that guy wasn't a gun expert either. Which means he shouldn't probably have a Glock attached to his person. Loaded.
In his pants pocket?
Yeah. Real dumb. I have no sympathy for him or his toilet.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the toilet. It was kind of innocent in this.
He didn't even stick him up. He wasn't even trying to stick him up. Does anybody say stick him up anymore?
I don't know.
Like stick-ups? We used to call them stick-ups. We didn't call them armed robberies. We called them stick-ups. But I don't hear that much anymore.
No.
So...
Me neither. Not even in movies.
No. It's a days gone by have gone.
Well.
But I do have some information. I have a bunch of stuff about Play-Doh. But I don't know if we want us to lead off with that. Is that interesting to you?
Real Play-Doh or homemade Play-Doh? We make our own Play-Doh. We make salt, water,
this would
dough.
work. I think this would probably work with either.
Salt, flour,
is that this is a kind of a solution to stressful situations. I saw this on Facebook. I get so much good information from Facebook.
Me too, Christina.
Yeah. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a little piece of Play-Doh and keep it in your purse at all times.
In a container, I hope, because that stuff dries out really fast. And then every mom who knows, because you all have had a little lump of Play-Doh in your purse before, it is not a pretty sight.
Well, then you
Play-Doh's
take it
on the loose.
Yeah, but you take it out when you're stressed. And I figure if you keep it in a baggie, you don't even have to take it out of the bag. You can take it out and you can just squish on it when you're feeling bad. I think we should all try it. It's a simple solution. It doesn't cost a lot.
It's kind of...
You know what I'm saying?
It's just a cheaper version of a fidget spinner, maybe.
Yeah, so I was trying to go back and find this Facebook post on Play-Doh. And I Googled...
you can just put the word Play-Doh into your... If it came through on your Facebook feed, if you put Play-Doh into your search engine, up at the top, the search bar, I mean, in Facebook, and then there's the little things that you can click to customize your search. Did you post it or did one of your friends post it? If one of your friends posted it, you can find it almost immediately.
I am so bad at that because I went to Google, which was a big mistake.
I just learned how to do it, Christina.
I found some cool stuff. I found out how Play-Doh ruined Christmas in 2014.
Wow, how?
Because they released a new Fun Factory, a new version of the Fun Factory, and it came with this little tool that's basically a syringe, you put the Play-Doh in and you push the syringe and it
It's
comes
for
out.
drug
It's
addicts,
super,
children.
Well, it's super fun. It's just fun stuff.
No, the spaghetti one is the most satisfying. Oh my God.
And, children who pulled this toy out of the box at Christmas, they just simply saw something to frost their Play-Doh creations with, right? But parents went crazy. They got all kinds of hate mail about this device because, like, for example, people were posting stuff like #Christmas toys gone wrong.
Why?
Well, here's what one
They still
one
put them in
person
the
said.
little toy doctor kits, right?
This is what one person said. They said, quote, "You knew exactly what you were doing with your phallic-shaped syringe. Disgusted at you." And then another person said, "Nice job, including a dildo-shaped implement in Cake Mountain. Happy holidays."
All right, people. Like, what would Play-Doh gain from making a phallic-shaped thing?
Well,
Nothing.
it might have been an inside joke. It
Right.
could have.
Well,
could
who
have been.
cares?
But
Who
it
cares?
also just looked like a thing. It just looked like a toy. I
really don't care.
I
I have
looked
no
at it.
problem if they want to shape them like whatever they want to shape them.
Me
like.
too, because I just think it's fun and it's Play-Doh. So what is there really to complain? If you're complaining about that, you have a hard life. I feel sorry for people that are complaining about plastic implements that come in the Play-Doh Fun Factory box.
Yeah, what is your problem? You know how you see, there's two different ends of the spectrum on Facebook. You see the people who are super, super belligerent and just obnoxious. And then you see the people who are super, super offended by every single thing in the world. Okay, guess what? Like, just hit the middle there somewhere, people. I think that lots of things are offensive. But you got to draw the line somewhere because you can't walk around in the world and think that a Play-Doh squirting thing is offensive.
I think people just build up sort of aggression.
Yeah, they're mad about something else. Those people are unhappy about something else, not Play-Doh.
But maybe it's better to focus on things that are meaningless.
I guess.
You don't
have to focus on your own miserable existence.
It doesn't matter. I mean, they're not going to put Play-Doh out of business.
No.
Probably. Unlikely.
My little nephew has a Play-Doh Fun Factory it's a big jaw and you can mold little teeth and put it in, in the jaw, and then you can work on the teeth. It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me, there's this great billboard. Well, it's not really a billboard because Vermont, you can't have billboards.
Right. It's a
signboard.
Sign
and it's between Barrie and Montpelier, and it says something like, not all dentures are created equal.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you know? Did I tell you this already? You know how George Washington was supposed to have like wooden teeth, and that's part of his like. He didn't have wooden teeth. I saw this on Facebook too.
Oh,
he had real human teeth. Other people's human teeth, like slaves and stuff.
Oh,
isn't that terrible?
Tooth replacement with actual teeth?
They just took the nice teeth out of other people that they wanted.
Oh gosh.
And gave them to him.
Okay, that's not nice.
I guess. I think that's the gist of what I was reading.
Yeah, jeez whiz.
Anyway.
Jeez whiz. Cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz. That is something I don't eat. As much as I love cheese, I would never, ever touch Cheese Whiz with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, but you probably did at one point in your life.
No, never,
Come
ever.
on.
I am not a Cheese Whiz person. Ever. Yuck.
Does it still exist?
I don't like I don't like any cheese that's orange.
Cheese spread. Cheese spread.
No, if it's cheese product or cheese spread or cheese food or one of those things, that's not cheese. I'm a cheese snob. I don't eat orange cheese. Because cheese is not naturally orange.
Okay.
Unless you're Ma from Little House on the Prairie and you've spent 6 hours grating carrot juice into your cheese and butter to make it be orange.
You know, we all have cheese issues. I have a cheese issue. My cheese issue is that I'm concerned about all the antibiotics that get into the dairy products that we eat, even the healthy, like Cabot and even Vermont. What's the one?
You just got to go organic with that stuff.
I know, but I love that goat cheese, that Chev that's made locally.
Oh, in the little
but
tube.
It's not. Yeah, but I don't think it's
that
organic.
A lot too. It's probably not.
I eat so much of that, so I thought, well, I'm going to go see if there's an organic Chev at the Hunger Mountain Food Co-op.
I don't feel like they put as much
In goats?
In goats,
I
anyway.
hope goats should be healthy and not
Goats are
ever
pretty
get
hardy
sick.
little devils.
Yes, I think probably more so than cows.
And
Cows,
usually goat farms are smaller scale, so there's no need to mass dose them with something. I'm just talking off the top of my head.
boy,
right now.
I hope
don't know.
that's true because I'd like to keep eating that chev.
I feel like goat people already are just crazy hippies, so they're not going to put anything. You have to be crazy to have a
Thank-
goat, okay?
Thank God.
As much as I love sheep, goats are a different animal, and I do not love goats. And you have to be
But
bonkers to
I'll tell
have them
you,
because they are bonkers.
Yeah, but you and I both love the goat people who are
Yes, we do.
hosting
yes,
goats.
we do, but they have
goat hosters.
more patience than I could ever have.
I am kissing them.
Okay. But speaking
I-
of goats, I have a spelling word
No.
for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I just got it right now. Messerschmitt.
Oh, come on. You just did that because we were talking about German words.
we
Is that
had
German?
we had a very late little lamb last night, and a Messerschmitt he's a very tiny little lamb,
Schmidt. I know how to spell Schmidt.
and so all of our lambs this year were named after cars,
That's
and
a
a
car.
Messerschmitt is a tiny, tiny little European bubble car.
Okay, the Schmidt part I think is SCHMIDT. Schmidt.
No, woo!
Okay.
This is
Well, I'm going to
awesome.
stump you.
You have spelling words for me?
I do.
You want me to spell Messerschmitt?
No, I have
for you?
vocab. You asked me to do vocabulary words and not spelling words, so I.
Okay, yeah. Messerschmitt is Messerschmitt. There's no D. in
Oh,
it, but
gosh,
you're very close.
I wouldn't have got that. No,
Anyway,
I wasn't close at all.
that's the name of the
fine.
new little lamb.
I fail. I've got
Except for
a
I don't know what to call him for short. Schmitty, Mesher.
Mesher.
That's how John pronounced it this morning.
Then call him Mesher.
But Schmidt
or
is
Meshy.
Schmitty is
Try to
cuter.
say meshy. It sounds like you're drunk. Meshy.
I'm feeling a
Doesn't
little
it?
meshy right now.
Yeah, and since you don't drink, that might be fun to be able to sort of talk like
But
you're drunk.
Schmidt also sounds drunk. You know what?
What?
There must be a correlation to German words and everything sounding drunk. They're the ones who invented Oktoberfest. They're the ones who have all the giant steins
You
of
are so psychic.
beer
You
and
are so
stuff.
psychic. I was going to tell you all about the fact.
That Germans are raging alcoholics.
No, that they've canceled Oktoberfest in Stowe this
What?
year.
Oh, how can that be?
I know.
The,
it's so
the Von
incredible.
Trapp family? Excuse me. That's been going on there for like 100 years.
It's the Rotary.
Yeah, I've been to it. I've been to it
Oh,
lots
here
of
it
times.
is. It's okay. This is because
I don't even drink.
I have it listed on my list here. It says bad news. It says I have bad news.
accordions.
I have bad news for you and your dirndl.
Lederhosen also. You see a lot of Lederhosen there.
Listen to this. This
What?
is a quote from the Burlington Free Press. It says, quote, "The event that brought thousands of celebrants to Stowe, many dressed in lederhosen and dirndls, ready to down loggers and get down to Eine Kleine Oompa music, had been declining in recent years, so the Stowe Rotary is ending." I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, but you know what is good? John and I were considering renting out our venue, our wedding venue, for a miniature Oktoberfest. And now that there isn't one someplace else, now we have no more competition.
But
Because
it's
we
gonna
have
be-
so many microbrewers.
Yeah, but it's gonna be
breweries
too
in the area.
big. It's gonna get too big. I would worry about that because you could
Well,
actually
I guess they'll have to sell advance tickets or something.
because you'll compete with the Tunbridge Fair.
Yeah, but it's a different time.
It's
a different
after
time.
It's after the Tunbridge Fair.
Oktoberfest.
Right.
Usually
And this
happens in
Tunbridge
October.
Fair is in September.
Right.
But isn't that a little close, like mid-September?
I think people's hangovers will be over, hopefully, by then. I mean, there's a couple good weeks in between there.
you could sell tickets at the Tunbridge Fair for the Oktoberfest.
That's a great idea. Right in the beer tent.
Yes.
I mean, hall, or whatever that thing is.
and you could have all your sheep on display.
In Lederhosen.
Yes. And you could wear your dirndl.
I will do this.
And for anybody who hasn't seen our video called Dirndl, this is the time to go check it out on YouTube on 11th Hour Radio's channel. We've got a couple of videos there. One featuring a dirndl.
We're so random and weird.
I think it's great. But there was something else that you just said that was so psychic. But okay, I'm going to give you a word,
Okay.
a vocab word. I think you can spell this, but I'm not sure that you know what it is. Ready? Mm-hmm. Turd stool.
Are you even like... Sort of redundant, isn't it?
Sorry.
What?
No,
WTF?
It's a very substantial cow pat. That's the definition. I know it's not fair.
Says who? Do they say this someplace else?
No, this is
that
from
is not
book.
a Vermont. That is not a Vermont thing to say.
This is from a very astute book.
We say cow plop here.
Okay, so in England they call them cow pats. All right.
Okay.
My mother's English. I can call it a cow pat if I want to.
In Vermont, we have cow plop bingo. That's very big around here. In fact, people use it as class trip fundraisers and stuff. Like everyone does it. Yes, they do. This is Tunbridge.
You say everybody does it.
You can probably find one in any town in Vermont.
No, you can't.
Yes, in the summertime you can. So you want a fundraiser, and you mark off little bingo squares in a field, like with some of that spray on stuff for like ball fields and stuff, and then you fence it, and then everybody purchases a square, and you release the cow. You release the nice little cow, and then everyone waits with bated breath until it plops. And whoever's square it plops in wins the money.
I think you must live in some alternate Vermont.
I'm sorry, but I participated in these games several times in my life.
Underworld of Vermont.
No.
There's an underworld where people are doing things like this. That
you should come down off your mountain a little more often and smell the cow plops.
Look, I'm too busy reading books like Landmarks by Robert McFarlane, and this book describes words about the landscape, and that's where I got this word, turd stool. He went out and he hung out with farmers, and he heard all these words, and he did research into old books that describe
What culture is this coming from, though?
Britain and Ireland. Okay,
like that counts.
Forget it. Just forget it. You're so unliterary. You're so like.
Turd stool is not. I don't think you can classify that as literary. I don't think so. It's like, unless the literary world is run by like 4-year-olds, it can't be.
Wow, I can't believe you said that.
Sorry. Turd stool.
What a classy word turd stool is. It's like toadstool and
stool is fine.
You also see a
turd.
Like a milking stool with 3 legs, like you get that image. And of course,
I'm thinking more of a Miss Muffet Tuffet type of thing.
So this is a very poetic word.
Okay.
All right.
That's more up my alley. You know I'm all about the poetry.
Okay. Well, it's time for a track of music. I've got one that's very apropos for this time of year.
I love when you say apropos.
You can say it too. Just apropos. Anybody can say it. It's like a democracy.
Okay. All right. What are you going to play?
Try it today. It's called Ice Out by Patrick Ross.
Yay.
Yay.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, that was short.
That was quick.
That was Patrick.
If he'd slowed his fiddling down a little, that would have been a normal length song. But he had to play so fast; it was only 50 seconds.
Yeah,
we didn't even get to swear about the state of the world.
I know,
off air for very long.
That sounded kind of impromptu, like somebody caught that on a tape recorder, and somehow it ended up in my.
Was that somebody you?
My iPad. No, that wasn't me. I was just listening to it, like, man, I could have played that guitar part better. But no offense. I think it was probably impromptu. So it was just like,
did you play that guitar part?
No, I did not play that guitar part. I just think that guitar player was going, oh, what's Patrick doing? I'm trying to follow him But it sounded cool.
hear ya.
It's cool. I mean, I like that stuff. I like things that just happen.
The ice is kind of out already. This is one of those weird years where we're going to go from straight deep winter to straight none.
Possibly.
But I'm a little worried about this upcoming third or fourth mud season we're about to experience because there is a lot of snow out there.
You're worried.
I know. You actually get more trapped. I have gotten trapped, but
I feel so trapped.
Trapping is less terrible because I've only got like a half mile that I would have to hike to get to pavement.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got miles upon miles.
Exactly. Plus the farm that's right below me, they drive their gators up and down all the time, so it just puts a lot of stress on the road this time of year. But there's no, what can you do? It is what it is.
It is.
So let's see. I do have some other vocabulary challenges for you.
All right.
Take a deep breath because this is kind of different than turd stool. Okay. And I want you to spell this one. I don't think it's hard.
All right, I'll try.
Okay. Tranche. Nah, I don't.
Is it like trench just with an A?
Well, interestingly enough,
it's like track.
The word tranche is French for slice, or English more like trench or ditch. But this is a word that is from structured finance, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. That's what the dictionary said.
What the heck?
And what it means.
So it's.
You want to try to spell it? Go ahead. Tranche.
I have this weird feeling that there's double A's in it.
Double A's?
Like right next to each other.
Entrenched. That should be a word if it isn't. I'm entrenched.
I mean, I'm just writing it on TRANCH, but I feel like there could be TRAAN.
Oh, that's cool. But that's wrong.
We should be able to just double up letters more often if
vacuum
want
can do
to.
it. Yeah, I think anything can.
Exactly. Vacuum is so screwy.
It's so special.
It's wicked special.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should be able to triple letters sometimes too if you want to. You know? Because how else are you going to know where the emphasis on what syllable is? I think you should just triple up the letters where you want people to really, really hit that sound.
It's like all those expressions that you like to write out on Facebook, like or ah or ga. Like how many?
Arg is my go-to.
Arg. A-R-G-H. But do you do H?
And I double, depending on how I'm feeling, I double or triple any of those letters or a combination of all of them.
And I'll bet if you're like me, you try it one way, and then you say, no, not that. I mean it that way. Maybe it's better
that's a little heavy
way.
on the R today, or that's a little too heavy on the G.
H, yeah.
Today.
Yeah, because you have to feel that stuff out.
It does switch up with my mood a little bit.
Yeah. Okay,
all right, how do you spell this tranche?
TRANCHE.
Didn't even think of putting an E on the end. It's like no, not tracheotomy.
Oh, so it's like trance, except it has a H in it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And what it means, it's a portion of something, especially money. It's a portion of something. I still could not.
And where does this come from?
Sentence.
You said other than financial something.
I don't know. I couldn't use it in a sentence. I mean, I'll try, but it doesn't seem like a useful word for us.
Tranche.
I mean, you could try it out on John tonight and just see what he says.
Oh, he'll
just
already know. He'll already know it.
He'll know tranche?
Yeah. He'll probably know your turd stool, too. He's a farmer, after all.
A smart farmer.
Yeah.
Kind of a...
It's an oxy. It's not an oxymoron. Oh. It's actually not.
It's a good thing he doesn't listen to the show.
I know.
Yeah. So, my teacher threw sodium chloride on me. That's assault.
That's totally assault. I got your joke.
Sorry.
No, I got your joke. I got your joke immediately.
Okay. I know. You could have ended the joke for me. We could have Personal Growth Friday.
I guess we should because, it's spring forward, right? Did you spring forward? Did we fall back? No, we sprang forward.
We sprang forward.
So if things are growing. We don't know it, but under the ground, they're coming. So I guess we should do this too.
We should grow is what you're saying.
Yeah, as long as it's not.
Okay. Well, sometimes growth comes from hardship. And so I wanted to tell you about a bad experience that I had this week at the post office.
Oh, no.
Yes, it's
Are you
true.
going to go postal?
No, I really like my local post office, and I don't usually complain about it, as you know. It's a big point in my day to go to the post office, right? For people who live in the rural outback, going to the post office can be your only contact
Your
with
social
human beings.
mecca.
Yeah. So, and they're always super helpful at the post office when I go down there. If there's something, something goes awry, they're very helpful. But this week, and I don't know if this is because Mercury went retrograde on the 22nd.
Oh, Lord.
What do you think? What do you think? Was it due to the planetary shift?
My youngest son is totally on board with you. He was like, Mom, tonight when you look out, you're going to see 2 planets on either end of the moon spike. Like he's very into this stuff.
Awesome.
Too. But he's kind of a little alien, so this is
great.
Maybe why he's into this.
That's good. We'll have a talk.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I go in and I open up my post office box and I can see.
Do you have a little key, or do you have to turn or is it like a little dial? Like
it's a key.
It's a key. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be cooler if it was a little dial.
I've had some of those in my day with the dial.
But then when you get Alzheimer's, you wouldn't know how to get it open anymore.
Yeah, even with the key, I have to have an extra key in my purse, and I just have keys everywhere because I always lose them. But so I go in and I open up the box.
I'm sorry, the train is coming.
The train's going by.
It's not going by yet. It's coming. It's coming.
How are you feeling?
I can see it. I see it sparkling off in the distance.
You see it sparkling. You used an adjective, so you're liking it.
It's coming now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
South Royalton, Amtrak.
6, 7. 7 cars.
How many towns have a train in Vermont?
I think probably lots.
Not that many.
I think a lot of places still have trains.
Well,
or more places are getting trains.
Let's put it this way. How many people actually are there when the train goes by? Right? We are in the small minority. So it makes me feel, that's part of what makes me feel so special.
Barrie didn't have trains for years, and they always had those old rotty train tracks going right through town. And now they rejuvenated, and now they have a train again.
Did you say rotty?
Yeah.
What do you mean, rotty? R-O-T-T-Y?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, a train couldn't have gone on it without falling off. Like, if you tried to put a train on it, it's just like mushed into the ground, or the railroad ties are completely...
They don't have trains in Barrie.
They do now. They do. They've fixed the train track so that you can commute from Barrie to Montpelier, I think now. Yes.
No, you made that up.
No, I didn't.
That was probably some plan that got ditched.
I don't think it did.
No,
I think that they have a train in Barrie now.
There. I don't think so.
I think so.
Well, okay, back to my story.
Okay, yeah.
So I go in, I open my box, and I can see that it's sort of blocked off on the other end with a card, one of those yellow cards that indicates you have a package. So I pull it out thinking, well, maybe I have a package. So I go up to the window, and she says to me, sorry, had to close down your box for non-payment of your annual box fee.
Oh, my God.
So, I feel sort of a little embarrassed. And plus, I had forgotten my purse when I came down to town, which I almost never do. But so that sounds kind of phony, like, oh, I don't have my purse, right? That sounds stupid. But it was true.
That always happens to me, too, when I don't.
Yeah, so I came back later in the day, and there was a different postal person, clerk, what do you call them?
Postmaster.
Well, no, it wasn't the postmaster.
Postmistress.
Postmistress, is that like general anybody who's a female?
I don't know.
That's the
They shouldn't have a different mistress and master. That's dumb.
But
plus,
I write
mistress
that.
Mistress has a negative connotation.
I write postmaster. I should write. If you wrote postmistress on your check to the post office, do you think it would go through?
I don't know.
Then you'd have to sue them. So anyway, so I come back later in the afternoon. It's a different person, and I had the bill because I had it at home, and I paid. Oh, I forgot to tell you. She mentioned to me that there was a $22 late fee.
Oh, that's a lot.
I know. So I just, okay, whatever. But
it should be like your dog licensing. It should be like $7 if you're late.
I think so. But I came back down and I completely forgot about the late fee. And there was a new person there, and I brought the bill for $90. And I just, wrote a check for $90 and handed it in. So I thought, okay, I'm cool. I'll get over this. So then I come back later to get my mail, and I open up the box, and they've blocked it off again.
Can you just ask for your mail? Why don't you just be general delivery and just be like, fine, Give me my mail.
No, 'cause
General delivery.
I am in love with my box. I just love my box. I've had a post office box for like decades. So I'm confused, and I pull this little note out, and it says that, that they're going to keep the box closed till I pay the late fee. And I'll tell you, the next time I came
You're
in
such
the box,
a rebel.
I felt so much shame. I felt shame for being poor. I felt shame for her probably thinking that I was trying to get around the late fee. And I really just forgot that there was that extra $22. I mean, I was probably in denial about it because it seemed so outrageous, but I wasn't intentionally trying to stiff the post office.
Right.
And now I just feel shame going in there. I haven't actually seen the woman who originally
I don't understand
told me
why post offices even charge anyway. Like, are they the ones that want you to have a box, or are you the one who wants to have a box?
I do.
Okay.
I don't have to have one.
I don't even know how this works exactly. I just feel like it should be free. We already pay. Well, I'm just saying, to get a post office box, we already pay so much. Like, do you know how much stamps have gone up even in my lifetime?
No, the Postal Service is always on the edge of going out of business, so I think they're not doing
I know.
very
I think
well.
that it should be subsidized by the government. Oh, it probably is already, right?
Okay, instead, I didn't say this to talk about the Postal Service. I just don't know how it works. I wanted to tell you how ashamed I felt. And
I'm sorry. I felt your shame right through the earphones here. And I understand. I've definitely felt that shame before.
Well, how am I going to face the postmistress?
Why don't you just get it all out there in the open and just be like, I feel ashamed because I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Just say that to her and laugh. And she'll probably laugh. And then it'll be okay, Christina.
Okay. Because I did think maybe I'll just go up to her and say, I'm really embarrassed. I feel really embarrassed.
Yeah. I think the more that we throw our actual feelings at other people, the better, really. Let's just do that.
Okay.
Let's just walk around publicly
just
throwing
like
our
we
feelings
do on this show.
up. Blech.
Blech. Yeah, why try to fake that you're not human?
I did it on the. I never used the telephone, but I had to use the telephone a whole bunch yesterday because, as usual, every few months I have to call the child support people, and every time I call them with a question or saying like I can't get this form in time, I feel guilty, like I've done something wrong when it's ridiculous because I'm calling the child support people because actually it wasn't me that did something wrong; it was someone else that did something wrong. And yet I get their paperwork and it says it has to be returned in 10 days, but I get it, 5 days after it's marked. And then, half the days in between then and now are not business days. So it's not going to be, so I have to call them and I feel guilty. Like I'm going to get in trouble.
Right.
And I have to say, I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed, but I can't get this notarized in 1 day and get it back to you within the 10 days. I can't do it.
Don't you find yourself almost being ashamed that you got divorced?
I feel that all the time in a stupid way. Because I'm like, I cause so many people so much work and rigmarole because they have to go chasing a
you
dink around.
Yeah.
Like it really isn't my problem, but it is too.
I know.
It's stupid. It's stupid and it sucks. And I always apologize nonstop on the phone. And then later I feel like, wait a minute.
Then you have to go eat cheese or brownies.
Why am I apologizing?
This is why we eat cheese and why we eat brownies, because we feel we are trying to self-soothe with this incredible food after we've been abused by
I meant to bring you chocolate today. I had a whole bunch of it and I forgot it.
I bought 2 brownies yesterday when I was at Red Hen. I was in line and they were expensive, but I was like, you know what? I'm doing this for myself. I just have to have an extra brownie to take home. And then I sat down there because I had a little bit of time to kill. And I decided not to eat my brownie and to save that and savor it and take it home also. So when I got home, I had 2 brownies in a bag.
Sweet.
It was like the big high point of my day because my computer had crashed again, and so I had to drive. I had to drive all the way up to Small Dog to get them. But they said, "Oh, we'll come back in an hour," and I came back in an hour. I went and had get the brownies, and then I came back. and they had reinstalled the operating system, and everything was working.
Oh
So
my God.
that was good.
They are nice. They're good people.
This is the one in Waitsfield. So it's a little. Sometimes you have to wait because there's only like one or two guys there, and sometimes you might hit it wrong, and there's people they're trying to sell. Like they'll spend an hour with you talking about what's the best computer for you, and if you happen to be the person next in line who's waiting to get something fixed, it's not great. But they're super nice and personal, and they care.
Agree.
So.
Man.
Oh, God. Hey, it's time for another song. Can you believe how things... I mean, we haven't even gotten into...
the meat of our list today.
There's
Not
just
that
so
I had
much
any
to talk
meat.
about. Well, I have fedoras to talk about and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so what's the next song here? It's called... Oh, wait a minute. Where did the one go? Hold on, I got to get back to my playlist. Okay, this
pie
one...
pad is...
My pie pad. Yeah, the one I was supposed to play was Over My Head. I'm going to play this one now. And this is Val McCallum. Here we go.
I'm a clown. I'm so sorry. Looking down on a dream so starry. 'Cause I love you more than I ever knew. Smiling tears, crying laughter, a light appears on a morning after. I'm on the moon, tied to this child's balloon. Over my head, up in the deep blue sky, deep in your eye. All of my life, all of this time, I finally found love. Over my head. Over my head, up in the deep blue sky, deep in your eye. All of my life, all of this time, I finally found love. Over my head. I'm a clown. I'm so sorry.
Well, I thought that song was going to go for a while.
Wait, I'm not on.
Were we talking for 3 minutes?
My voice isn't on.
Yes, it is.
Oh, there's my voice. Okay, sorry. So, whenever we watch a family movie, this is something funny I've noticed. We take turns picking what the movie is. And my kids always pick something that's either a cartoon or fantasy or sci-fi or whatever. Like, it's just not... The story doesn't follow anything that could ever be remotely realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas when I pick a movie that follows... I mean, obviously the movie isn't super realistic because they're movie stars. They look beautiful and perfect. And, like, what goes on is totally already, set up. So no movie is all that realistic. But I pick things that have some sort of vague resemblance to real life and real life situations that you might find yourself in. And you can empathize with the people. Anyway, Ira had a lot of homework stuff to do last night, my youngest. So it was really kind of my oldest son and I that were going to watch this movie together. And I said, you know what? Like, we've been verging a little bit into PG-13 territory if I know what the movie is and I know what I need to explain to him.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? We're going to watch Dirty Dancing because I love that movie.
Right.
And I figured he would like it too because he loves music, he likes dancing, and he loves like old cars, and it had stuff like that. And I was like, it's a cheesy chick flick that I've loved since I was a kid, so we'll watch it. But every time we watch a movie that has real people, real life scenarios, you know, it's not superheroes or things like that, my kids get really upset. Like, they get stressed out by the movie because
the drama.
Yeah.
Because it's too real.
Like, he gets really anxious.
That's how I am with dramatic movies now.
It's just funny. And I realize
that's why I like
that,
detective novels.
Kids' movies and all that kind of stuff, they're just not set up to ever show a child a real life situation and how to maybe cope with it or an outcome.
Yes, Lassie Come Home.
My kids don't even, they probably couldn't handle Lassie Came Home. Oh my God. Like, the dog is always getting trapped or something. They would freak out about that.
Yes, but that's what it is. That's the real life stuff.
No, nobody gets trapped as much as Lassie and Timmy. Timmy is like a cat. He has like 9 lives, and Lassie has to save him every episode. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but
what are Timmy's parents thinking?
If you grow up with this idea that your dog is going to save you, that's really good. That's such a good image to grow up with.
But your dog isn't going to save you. Your dog will probably
wait
until you're still breathing but shallowly and start to eat you.
Yes, but your dog can help you. Your dog can even help you die.
Of course your dog can help you.
Your dog can help you go through anything you have to go through, and that at least is worth its weight in gold.
Or dog hair.
Yeah.
It's
funny you say that.
I love dogs. I love dogs more than anything, like, ever.
Yeah. I dreamed about my dog last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
You need to be getting a dog, I think.
Well, I will eventually. It's just impractical right now.
I know.
Yeah. I'm too peripatetic.
I have no idea
what
that means.
Did I say it correctly?
I don't. I wouldn't know.
It sounded right, sort of.
Does it just mean busy?
Wandering.
You're too nomadic.
Yes, I'm a bit nomadic.
For a canine. But canines, that's a good thing about them. They come with you.
Well, not if you can't take them to a job.
Yeah.
You're
don't have those kind of jobs.
Sizing.
You know what? I don't like to shop at stores that don't have dogs in them. And so I think the reverse should be true. I don't want to work someplace where dogs can't come.
Well, it depends on the store.
I don't care what kind of store it is. I want there to be a dog.
Okay.
I like to go to the Runnings store in Claremont, even though Runnings is politically probably really bad and it's super southern and all of the farm equipment they have there like has nothing to do with Vermont. It's like they took a store that was made for like Western ranchers and stuck it in New England.
Okay.
Same with Tractor Supply. But the cool thing is there's the Runnings rabbit, and I always get to go and pet it, and its name is Rue, and so I look forward to going to Runnings because there's a pet there.
Exactly. I can remember all the pets in various businesses.
Me too.
And relationships that I developed with them.
Hardware stores often have something.
Yes, like the one down in Woodstock that I don't think even exists anymore.
What'd they have?
They had a nice Aussie.
The Snowsville General Store used to have a giant, like, Mastiff thing that would just sort of like lean on you and drool on you while you were shopping there.
And of course, Small Dog always has dogs.
Oh.
There was a nice dog at Small Dog.
Small, though. I'm not as crazy about small dogs.
No, it was medium.
Okay, good.
They don't have to just be small there.
Excellent.
No. So, oh gosh, what was I going to say? I just had this whole thing. I was going to say, I know, I needed your help on a poem.
All right. Is it a rhyming poem or not rhyming poem?
It's not. I'm not going to tell you about the poem. I'm going to tell you describe the dilemma that I'm having. Because I was driving down here, and yet again, this dilemma where I'm stuck with this poem, which is I think it's a great poem, but I can't decide whether to say water or the water. That's a big issue. Like, how would you describe the difference between water and the water?
How connected are you to the water in this poem?
Well, that's a good question.
If you're very connected to it, I say because it's the only water. It's like the one the one.
But it also is a distancing feeling, like the water, the tree, the water, as opposed to water. Water is like the element.
I don't know. The water seems more personal to me than water in general.
Well, water's kind of like water with a capital W, or like God. Like God.
I guess I would need more of the sentence. Does it have a sentence yet?
Yeah.
I just think.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have it with me.
If you're really loving on it, I would say the water. I feel like
That's the way actually that I have it, and then I start to second guess myself. And it's really, this is the way that songwriting or poetry writing is. You literally can spend days obsessing about one word. I don't know what that says about my personality.
You know what? When I write poetry, I write down something raw and quick, and then I try to go back and tidy it. And by the end product, I throw it away and I go back to the original raw and quick and leave it right there.
Sort of over manipulated.
And I decide that my point in writing this was just to spit out something that I wanted to spit out right then. And I did not care if it was exactly perfect or not. In the end, after I go back and twist and tweak and try to make it all perfect, I go back and I decide that the thing that made the most sense, that was the most emotionally gripping to me, was the first thing that I thought of. And that's probably not really, I mean,
well, I'm
a writer, but I'm not always a poet. And
well, the reverse can be true. Sometimes you just have this image that you're clinging to. It's like your life.
That's true.
And
it's hard to throw it out and
go to
a fresh.
But like what you said is that you'll end up writing.
Well,
I'm thinking of more of a song. Like you hold on to this thing because you think it's either so clever or you love the words. There's something about it that is the springboard for the whole song. But in the end, you realize that it just doesn't fit. Like you've got this whole song written, and you're like clinging to that original thing, and you just finally, if you're really brave, you have to throw it away.
Right.
And then you've got
it's tricky though because it's like the newborn baby, and it's like you wanna like plaster it with makeup, or like it's hard to throw away that thing that you kind of assume came out fully born already.
That's kind of a different situation.
Now you want to like make it different.
Yeah, but I agree with you that some poems or songs just sort of come out fully formed, and that is the final version, but you don't realize it without going through the machinations.
Right.
How do you say that word? Machinations?
I don't know.
Anyway, you know what I mean.
I do.
I shouldn't try to use big words. It just doesn't work very well. I mean, just go back to my simple, smaller vocabulary, which is very, very good. Here's a quote from Tom Waits that I really like.
Okay.
He said, "The world is a hellish place, and bad writing is destroying the quality of our suffering."
I like that.
That was sort of good. Yeah, which
people really can't write.
Bad writing.
Man, man.
People try to use too many big words. You don't really need that many words.
Simplify.
To say.
Less is more.
Yeah, and it's obscures stuff. Like, look at our world. Our world is obscured by just useless, misleading language. It's the basic problem of everything.
And you're right. Were you the one who said it drives you crazy when people say thank you very much?
Yes,
thank you so much.
I heard it on... Yeah.
It almost takes thanks away from the thanks. There's something funny about it. Just say thank you.
I wrote to Terry Gross about that.
Adding descriptors.
Yeah, there's another NPR show that deals just with words. And I wrote to both those shows saying, what the heck could we try to unpack this use of thank you so much as opposed to why can't we just say thank you? But nobody ever got back to me about it.
Sometimes adjectives weaken rather than strengthen your point.
Well, it's also an obsequious way of sort of, I don't know, there's a falseness to saying thank you so much. Unless you practice saying it with sincerity, I guess I do use it, but it is a little bit manipulative. Thank you should suffice.
I feel like everything in the world, we always just keep wanting more, adding more.
Right.
Thou dost protest too much.
Yes, not really though. Didn't you want a fedora?
I have a fedora.
Or you do? Why don't you
sure I
wear
do.
it?
I
It's
have a
springtime.
bazillion
You should
hats.
take out your fedora.
It's not as cool as your fedora. I may have given it to my son. No, I didn't. No, I still have a fedora. Yeah.
I was
It's
reading.
a straw one, though.
Okay, that's right. That's right. I was reading an old Atlantic magazine from 2008 this morning. Don't ask me why. It was just there. But it was amazing how
Was
dated.
it in your bathroom?
Yes. It was amazing how dated the ads were.
I
Like there
know.
was an ad for a fedora. And the title of the ad was Adventurer. Embark on your adventure by creasing. I don't understand it even. It says embark on your adventure by creasing this open crown hat into the indie shape shown here, or another form that reflects your personal choice and creativity.
That's a stupid ad.
Isn't that stupid?
What was the ad for? What was the ad for, even?
A fedora.
Oh, so it's a fedora that can change shapes?
I guess. And the use of the word indie was I think that was the code word for something that's cool. Like now we might
Well, it
say
used to be.
hipster. Like now
that's
it's hipster.
that's even going out now already. What's
Well,
the next thing?
It definitely is. Well, hipster is going out.
Right.
Indie went out a while
Oh,
ago.
yeah, I know. Indie went
Now
out. I'm just
hipster's
trying to
going
figure out what's replacing hipster, and I'm not hip enough
I don't
to
think
know.
anybody's come up. Well, maybe. Yeah, we would.
We
know.
just are too rural to know.
That's
It's
it.
out there, but we haven't. It hasn't crossed our path
Yes,
yet.
we need to call our friends in Brooklyn. I'll call
Yeah.
Steve.
Okay, he will know.
I'll talk to him about it.
And he wears fedoras.
He does. He
So
sports
he's
one
like
well.
he's got us covered on every angle that we need right now.
Yes, but gone are the days when a hat could improve your life. Don't you think?
I wear a lot of hats, and I do think that they improve my life a little bit. But
Yeah. Well, I guess we kind of have to go.
oh,
We kind of sort of have to go.
okay.
Back to life now.
Oh.
All of us, even you listeners, have to go back to your life now, whatever that entails. That's a bit of a crapshoot, but thanks for listening.
Yeah, and we're coming back next Friday, same time.
Yes,
same
and
place.
don't worry about reviewing us because I found out that reviews are useless. And what you need
What?
to because you just need to subscribe. That's
We've
what
been
you do.
pushing
You
people
subscribe.
to like review
Yes,
us all
and
this
it's
time.
a bunch of crap. So just subscribe to our podcast.
to the Apple Podcast, people. It's like on iTunes, but it's like the new version of whatever podcasts are on iTunes. I can't keep up. I can't even keep up with us. What we're doing, where you have put all of our stuff. I don't even know. I was trying. It's like everywhere. We're everywhere, which is awesome. But I was trying to.
Oh, I'll get you up to date.
It's Lispin and Host Baby, or are those the same thing?
Well,
Wait, Host Baby is our website, people, right?
No, Squarespace.
Squarespace. What's Host Baby?
That's all my music sites are on Host
Okay,
Baby.
so not this
No,
stuff. Okay,
no,
but
we're gonna have
but
to-
there's a ton of places that we are.
Yeah,
I know we got to go,
Yeah, we're at
Okay.
11thhourradio.com. That's where we are.
and
So
then you can branch out from there to
yeah,
the
so
other places.
we're gonna go out on a song by Mary McGinniss of Burlington, and it's called "Girl Singer." See you next week.
Bye, guys.
My wheels hit the ice. I float across the road as easy as a girl singer sings, heart and soul. The old familiar dance. I follow each step, to it every move, till everything breaks in two. I wanna lose myself. Watch the sky turn, watch the sky turn from midnight blue to indigo. The girl singer sings. She begs to be adored. She loses control tumbles overboard. It's so old-fashioned. The major to minor chords, the big band swells. What the girl singer's gotta do, I wanna lose myself. Watch the sky turn, watch the sky turn from midnight blue to indigo. I wanna lose myself. Watch the sky turn, watch the sky turn from midnight blue to indigo.